Everyone is using AI, but 99% of people are making zero money. Meanwhile, a small group is quietly building digital products that pay them every single day. In this video, I'm going to show you a hidden AI system that turns simple ideas into passive income. No coding, no experience, no big investment, just one strategy called the rule of one. And once you understand it, you'll never look at making money online the same way again.
All right, let's talk about AI-powered side hustles. Everyone's buzzing about using AI to create and sell digital products, but here's the thing. So many people are getting it totally wrong. We're going to break down a completely new way to think about this, a way that really separates the products that flop from the ones that, well, fly. Let's dive in.
So the first question on pretty much everyone's mind is probably this. Is it just too late? I mean, you look around and it feels like the market is flooded with AI-generated ebooks, planners, art, everything. It can seem impossible to stand out. And you know what? That's a totally valid concern, but it's based on the wrong idea.
And this quote from digital product expert Molly Kieser, it just nails it. She says that saturation is basically a myth. The market isn't full of great solutions, it's just full of generic products. If you can solve a real, painful problem for a specific group of people, there will always be room for you.
So what this really means is that failure in this space isn't about the competition. It's about focusing on the completely wrong thing. We all get so excited about using AI to make something, but we forget to ask the most important question. Why would anyone actually buy it? And that's the fundamental mistake we're going to fix right now. This brings us to the core idea of this whole explainer. The secret isn't in what your product is, but in what it does for the customer. See, it's not about the product. It's all about the promise. People don't buy features, they buy a transformation. They're buying a better version of themselves.
Let's get super clear on what this promise thing is. It's the specific, desirable result a customer gets from using your product. It is the after state they're paying to reach. They're not buying a diet plan, they're buying confidence. They're not buying a marketing template, they're buying more clients. That is what people truly pay for.
Check out this real-world example from Molly Kieser. She sold a simple 13-page ebook for $59. The feature? Just a PDF. But the promise was book more photography shoots, step by step. That promise generated over $500,000. Think about that. Nobody cared about the page count. They cared about the result.
Okay, so how do we find a promise that actually sells? Well, we don't guess. We don't start with a blank page and just ask AI for ideas. No. Instead, we act like detectives. We find what people are already paying for, and we reverse engineer the promise from there. This is all about market research, not invention. And the process is actually pretty straightforward. First, you find a successful creator in your niche who has a proven product. Second, you use AI to analyze their sales page and pull out the core promise they're selling. And third, you take that promise and search forums like Reddit. You'll literally find people describing their exact frustrations in their own words, which completely validates how the problem is real.
So now that you have a promise that's already market validated, it's time to build the product that delivers on it. But we're not just going to tell AI to write an ebook. We're going to use a much smarter framework, the 80-20 creation rule. This is how you ensure your final product is genuinely valuable and not just some generic AI fluff. The first 80% of the work, that belongs to the AI. This is all the heavy lifting. You use AI to generate the outline, the structure, the first draft of the content, all that grunt work. This is where AI is amazing. It gives you speed and a solid foundation, saving you literally hundreds of hours.
But that last 20%, that's all you. And this is the most crucial part, the part AI simply cannot do. This is where you inject your unique stories, your personal experience, your contrarian insights, your personality. This is what transforms a generic draft into a premium, authentic product that people will absolutely love and recommend. That 20%, that's the real value.
Think of this checklist as your guide for that final 20%. And it's so much more than just proofreading. You're fact-checking the AI because, let's be honest, it can just make stuff up sometimes. You're adding personal anecdotes to make it relatable. You're making sure the tone matches your unique brand. This human touch is what makes your product defensible and one of a kind. Okay, we've found our promise. We've built our premium product. Now we have to sell it. And listen, your sales page has one job and one job only: to communicate the promise. All the hard work we've done leads to this one moment. You have to sell the transformation, not the features. Just look at this comparison.
The feature-based copy is so boring and uninspired. Includes 5 modules and 20 videos. Who cares? But the promise-based copy? It speaks directly to the customer's deepest desires. Go from confused and stalled to steadily losing fat every week. That emotional connection is what actually drives the sale. Your copy has to focus completely on their after state.
This quote says it all, doesn't it? When you can articulate the promise so well that the customer can literally see themselves achieving their goal, the price becomes just a secondary thought. The value of the transformation feels so high that the cost to get there seems like an absolute bargain.
So really, it all comes down to this massive mindset shift. AI isn't a product creation machine, it's a promise delivery assistant. Your job is to find the problem and define the promise. AI's job is to help you build the system to deliver on it.
Look, the barrier to creating content is now basically zero. Anyone can do it. So the real question, the one that will determine your success, is no longer what can I make? It's what problem will I solve? Focus on that and you will always find your audience.